everyone, and welcome to the Dreamhack Winter 2012 Dream Arena Extreme powered by Telia. We're here for the Quake Live Kingston HyperX tournament. Are you guys excited? We have an incredible matchup tonight. Some new blood, some old blood. I hope you're ready for some incredible Quake. Let me bring in our casters. We have Fish Sticks and NVC. Guys, please join me. We're very particular about that. Welcome to the stage, guys. It's very exciting to have you. Ben, you've been a friend of mine for a long time, so I'm glad to share a stage with you. We have an unprecedented matchup tonight. Can you guys tell me who we're going to watch play?
Well, of course, we've got the American that is Rapha. He's practically the world champion. He's been in 4 Dreamhack Grand Finals, and last Dreamhack won his first ever title, and that was against Cypher. But we've also got Evil from Russia, so there's a bit of an American versus Russian show match going on. And he managed to knock out Cypher, who's won 3 Dreamhack titles. So if anyone's going to dethrone Rapha, it's probably going to be Evil.
Yep, and we've seen these guys, Cypher and Rapha, play in the last 4 Dreamhack finals. So finally seeing someone new on the stage. Again, our American hero will take on Evil from Russia.
Well, Ben, you should be familiar with Rapha's play style, but can you tell me anything about Evil's?
Evil, he pushed Cypher into a very defensive stance in the semifinal. This guy is very aggressive, as most Russians are in the game of Quake, and he's going to be looking to make Rapha feel very uncomfortable in this final.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Evil really is that he does push on aggressively. I think if he gets the first 5, 6 frags, maybe he can run away with it. But the problem he's really going to have is that Rapha thinks about every single move he makes, and he's not going to be letting Evil in for any single opportunity. So the question is, can Evil find one?
Can Evil find an opportunity? Well, I guess we'll find out, guys. You can head over to the caster booth. Let's get it up one more time for Fish Sticks and NVC. And now it's time to welcome to the stage our real stars. Please give it up for Evil and Rapha! Woo-hoo! Evil, this is your first finals. How does it feel to have all your hard work pay off?
Это твой первый финал такого масштаба. Как ты вообще готовился и как ты чувствуешь себя?
Я тренировался на онлайн-чемпионатах и ни с кем из известных не тренировался.
Okay, he played only online cups to prepare for this tournament, and he didn't play any top-notch players in practice, so it's basically only online tournaments for preparation.
Well, you played against Cypher to get here. He was the 3-time Dreamhack champion. What kind of challenge did he present?
Ты играл с Сайфером в плей-оффе, и он трижды выиграл Dreamhack. Немножко расскажи про эти игры.
Ну, я вообще хотел выиграть 3-0, но что-то не получилось мне. Там он взял контроль в свои руки, и каким-то чудом выиграл. И на последней карте я решил по максимуму сыграть и все-таки обыграл его.
He wanted to win 3-0. He was leading actually by maps 2-0. And in the end, Cypher was just a bit lucky to get 2 maps. And in the end, he won 3-2.
Well, are you prepared for your match against the reigning Dreamhack champion, Rapha?
Ты готов сыграть с Рафой? Как ты себя чувствуешь?
Я готов сыграть с ним.
He says, I'm ready to play champion.
We are ready to watch that match, Rapha. You are the reigning champion. Are you ready to defend that title?
Well, that's why I'm here.
Well, he took out your perennial rival, Cypher, to get here. Does that worry you at all?
No, I mean, I knew going into this tournament, he's been playing very, very well recently, and I knew it was a possibility for him to beat Cypher, and I think a lot of it comes to just different play styles. Like, some players struggle against others that, let's say, for example, maybe I won't, or I struggle against somebody that Cypher does not. So I'm just really focused on playing my best and focused on my game, because I know he's going to bring his best today.
Well, that's very exciting. Let's get these games underway. Gentlemen, if you would please shake hands. Good luck to you both. Fish Sticks, NVC, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dreamhack 2012.
So happy to be here. Look at the crowd, it's absolutely insane, really.
We are here to watch Rapha take on Evil in the grand finals of the Quake Live Kingston HyperX tournament, sponsored by Twitch TV and Plantronics Gamecom. Thank you all for joining us. Who's excited to watch some old school FPS?
Looks like we've got a lot of people excited indeed. And I just want to quickly give a quick tribute to Avec, who I want to quickly mention he did attend the first ever DreamHack Quake Live tournament, managed to take it, then took a second one. After that, of course, we saw the battle between Rapha and Cypher, but he's now announced his retirement. You may have saw it in the video, so shout out to Avec, and I'm sure we'll see him in the future in gaming, of course, but for Quake Live, what a legend he was.
Yes, indeed, a very aggressive player. Had a very nice run in Quake Live, but that is not what's important. What's important right now is we are going into the game as the players warm up. The first map will be ZTN, aka Blood Run, a map that's been in pretty much every Quake iteration to date. It's very old school. It's got a very gritty style. I think this map is probably going to favor our American hero.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would say that Rapha has only played one map of ZTN this tournament, but it was against Avec, and he did beat him. But Evil, of course, is a Russian, and every single Russian in Quake Live is fantastic at this map. So, you know, whilst in practice you may think that Rapha would win this one, with a Russian at stake, I wouldn't put my money on anybody right now.
Yeah, it's going to be anyone's game as we wait for the players to ready up, and we'll be getting a game very shortly here. Again, guys, we have 30,000 kronas going to the first place winner, 20,000 for the second place, third and fourth will collect 10,000. So a bit of money here on the line in one of the few remaining Quake tournaments still existing in this day and age. You've got DreamHack and QuakeCon as pretty much the last bastion. And we are in the game, just ready. Yep.
Yeah, and we are ready to go in the game right now. I'm currently watching Evil as he's warming up, so we should be able to switch in now, or ASAP. But whilst we sort that out, why don't we have a quick look at the map list and who picked what? So Evil actually took ZTN, which is Blood Run. Of course, back in Quake 3, we refer to the names by the numbers, so ZTN, or the abbreviations of the names, I guess that more is. But then we had Rapha take Hectic. Evil would pick Furious Heights. Rapha would take Lost World. We then saw Error Walk and Silence eliminated. And Toxicity is the final decisive map if we need it.
All right. So we've got some old school maps in here and a bunch of new school maps. ZTN and Lost World, of course, are the old school Quake 3 maps. Hectic, Furious Heights, and Toxicity, all new to the game of Quake Live. And
yeah, I mean, let's just talk a little bit about what Quake Live actually is and how it's going to play out. So we're going to see a best of 5, as I've just mentioned the maps. Each map is 10 minutes per game. The players spawn into the map with, I'd say, 125 health, 0 armor, and their goal is to pick up as much ammunition, armor, and health as possible. You can do that through power-ups. The power-ups, which you'll see on the left side of the screen now, have timers to them. So armors are 25 seconds, megs are 35 seconds. If a player can run around the map, pick up as many items as he can, he'll then feel in a position where he can actually go in for a frag, and it's when these players feel confident that we'll really see those plays happen.
so if you're new to the game of Quake Live, it may look like just a lot of Twitch skill and quick movement, but there's so much more to it. There's a ton of depth in this game, and players like Rapha really prove that, using his brain more than the aim. A player that's not necessarily known as like the best aimer in the game, but he uses positioning and defensive-based strategies to really, he's had an advantage and arguably one of the best Quake players, if not the best, over the last 5 years or so.
Yeah, and exactly. And it's important you should mention positioning, because those times on the left of the map, if you're out of control of the map, you're not feeling too healthy, you'll be playing on the less important items, the items that the player in control won't be potentially going for. So, in this case, the yellow armors, they'll give you 50 points of armor, the red will give you 100, to put it into perspective. So, Rapha will be potentially playing yellows if he is out of control, for example, and once he feels like he's in a position to go in for a fight, it'll be around the time of a red or a mega health. So he'll be continually getting items on everything, playing in the positions, always having an exit route, be it a doorway, a teleport, whatever, so he can get out of a fight if it gets messy for him.
Again, these guys are just taking their time to warm up here on the map. They've had a little bit of time to warm up, but we're just gonna, here we go, getting ready. Almost there, folks.
Yeah, we've had one player ready up at least, but we'll also maybe bring up the scoreboard during the game. Here you can see weapon statistics, and we'll talk a little bit about that between the maps, or as we approach the second and the third map, so on and so forth. But just to give you an idea of the accuracies we might be looking for on a lightning gun, which you can see now firing by Evil, we're looking for about 40%. That'll be a ridiculously good accuracy. But of course, these players will be spamming at distance if they don't want to push in, potentially take too much damage, and they just want to, you know, keep their opponent at bay. So those accuracies may drop down a bit, but we're still looking for them to be as high as possible.
And again, accuracy is very, very important in the game, but there's so much brain that goes into it as well, and you guys will do our best to articulate exactly what's happening as the maps progress. Again, we've got the Mega Health and the Red Armor as the main power-ups on the map. Rapha is now ready. Evil was ready just a moment ago, so we should be going live any second here. Again, Rapha playing for Team SK Gaming, Evil playing for Deliberate Murder, and we are ready to go. 5 seconds on the clock. We're going to be jumping into our first match in this best of 5.
Yeah, I think we're going to kick things off on Rapha's perspective. He will spawn with that lightning gun. You can see the Mega Health giving him that 100 additional HP, but he's actually going to leave it up on the map. This is smart because he's trying to maybe bait out the time so that Evil doesn't know. Alternatively, just to deal damage at this red armor. At the end of the day, if you don't have armor, it will protect you for 66%, but if you don't have armor, that health is going to be stripped away very, very quickly. So next on Rapha's mind has got to be a yellow armor. And there is one up at the top of the map, but this is the one at the lower level he'll be waiting for. And he's got the rocket launcher as well, which is that defensive weapon you need.
There you go. Rapha does now have, both players have all the weapons that they really need. No strict, face-to-face engagements thus far. This is a lot of how Quake is played. You're not going to go aggressive unless you feel like you have the advantage. And that type of rail that Rapha just hit is the type of thing that will give him the comfort, the comfort to either go for a red armor like he just did, or even push in for a frag. I'm going to switch over to Evil's point of view. He has very, very little health right now, health and armor. So we're going to expect him to sort of play in the shadows, try to stay away from Rapha. He did catch a glimpse of him there, and now will be running to collect more health and armor. He's actually done pretty well for himself now with 100 health and 78 armor.
Yeah, but Rapha's still managing to turn this one around. We saw him take the Mega Health at the beginning. He then put himself in a position by the grenade launch where Evil's currently standing. We are going to see a bit of an exchange, so we'll get to that in a minute. As Evil tries to get away, he will make the rocket jump toward the red armor. Rapha's LG, the rail comes out. He's down to 20 HP. A railgun will do 80 damage. To put that into perspective, he needs that armor. He's got the 50 HP as well. Important to keep a time on that Evil as he plays out of control. But what I was saying is Rapha's done such a good job to get back in. His positioning so far to turn this back around has been phenomenal, as we would expect from the American. And Evil now just still trying to top up. And you can see on the right hand side of the screen, he's got one slug of that rocket launcher. He's going to have to pick up more. A bit of an exchange. The LG to railgun. Evil's still going to have a back away, but this is the kind of damage Evil needs to deal.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And VC, as we see, Evil still managed to stay alive, even though he's been sort of on the back foot for the last 2 minutes or so. He's managed to stay alive, but now Rapha with a good opportunity. He knows where Evil's at. Evil actually picks up the Mega Health, perfectly timed, but Rapha will get the first frag anyway.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. And again, Evil just going to tie things up off the spawn. Fantastic stuff. And that's the thing with Quake Live. If you do have the items timed to the specific second, as Evil will get that second one, you can just go ahead and dive onto it, use it during a fight, stay alive, find the frag. And Rapha got out of that so very weak that even off the spawn there, Evil, he was able to come back and deal the damage. And now is 2-1 up here in the first map of the grand final.
And again, things can move slowly in the game of Quake, and they can move quickly. On a dime, things change depending on the scenario, depending on the time left on the map very quickly. So we can see anything in the game of Quake. Both players will pick up the major power-ups on the map, and it looks like both players look pretty comfortable. Rapha with a little bit less health than Evil, but relatively similar stacks right now. Now the yellow armor is in contention as Rapha is trying to rain down some rockets. Does opt to get away from that scenario, though. He knows that the red armor is spawning in just 2 seconds. So what will Evil do here? He's actually not going to opt to even do damage. Maybe he'll look for the peak rail here. He actually comes out once he hears the red armor has been picked up. Does deal some lightning gun damage, and it makes it a ballsy move to the upper yellow here. Does steal it away from Rapha, so now Rapha a bit starved for health and armor.
Yeah, Rapha able to hit a direct rocket there, I think it was. So he's slowly eliminating health from Evil, but like I mentioned in the pre-game interview, Rapha doesn't really want to give Evil that opportunity to push ahead by 3 to 4 frags, as he really will capitalize on that. That's why Rapha's playing this defensive game. But we saw the same thing from Cypher in the semi-finals, and Cypher lost. So Rapha has to find his opportunity to get back into control soon. And right now, playing the yellow arm as he's slowly making his way there, waiting for this 50 HP bubble. Very, very smart. And he may be feeling in a position now to challenge for this Mega in 8 seconds.
Again, guys, they're going to focus on this Mega Health. It looks like Evil showing that Russian aggression against the American player, moving forward and pushing Rapha out of position. Now the Mega Health is up, but if you see on the side of the screen, it hasn't been picked up yet. It was delayed for a couple of seconds, and that is certainly a play to try to throw his opponent off there. Now we switch over to Evil's point of view. He's looking very, very stacked on both health and armor. So now Rapha's on the back foot and caught out. 2 rockets in a row in succession will mean the 3rd frag for a Russian player.
And let's not remember, you mentioned the Mega Health is spawning in 15 seconds. Rapha will have absolutely no idea what time it's up. Evil will, and there's another frag with the LG, making things 4 to 1. The yellow armor, he could even rocket jump up here, Evil, if he wanted to, but he'll find it anyway.
Unlucky spawn there for the American player. Unfortunate at that point, and now Evil is running away with this game with about half of the time on the map. Of course, we do cut the map off at 10 minutes unless the frag lines are tied, and then we go into 2-minute overtimes. But the onus is going to be on Rapha to make something happen very soon here to sort of take away the momentum that Evil has.
Yeah, I mean, right now Evil is absolutely tanked. You can see there, 160 to 200 almost armor. That's a position you want to be in. This is a very aggressive push from Evil. He knows he can do it as well. Rapha just desperately trying to keep times on these items. He still will not be able to pick up a Mega Health there. He might be expecting Evil to perhaps just try and bait both. Maybe actually Rapha could steal this here. Big mistake from Evil. If Rapha can get out of this, he may even feel confident to challenge. In comes the LG fight. Evil's been pushed away. You can see the rocket spam. I'm sure Evil is screaming. If you do hear those player models scream, you will push in. Rapha not able to find the shot though. He has got the railgun. There's the frag with the LG.
Both players left incredibly weak after that last push, and this is Rapha's sort of opportunity. Even though he did die, he can get the frag and start to convert this map into his favor. Again, Evil is very weak here and could go down. Actually, the 50 health bubble does spawn. He did have timing on that. Smart stuff from Evil, able to get back to a nice health, back to 100 health, but Rapha now with a huge stack advantage does collect the yellow armor to boot. Let's see, will the other yellow armor go to Evil? No, Evil does not opt to get it, but the red armor is coming up in just a moment here. It's up. Rapha's playing quiet. If you're moving slowly, it means that you're not making any noise on the map, and that noise is so important on getting a sense of where the other player's at. And now Rapha with a very good opportunity to make the frag. The question is his LG good enough? Misses 2 rails in a row, and now he pulls out the LG gun again, misses a 3rd rail. So even with the health and stack advantage, unable to convert the frag.
Yeah, but look at this. All the 25 HP bubbles on the map. Rapha's able to survive for a little bit. He still has time on that Mega Health. He managed to deal a railgun, which is good in itself, but even though he wasn't able to pick it up, he can restack himself, potentially getting on the next one. There comes the red armor still. Of course, had that one himself as well. So Rapha still very much in this one, and that 17 HP is enough to work with when you have all the times on the HP bubbles on the map.
Indeed. Both players sort of struggling neither player has been able to have a good control over the map at all over the last 2 minutes. Since the 5-minute mark, it's sort of been in a crazy state. The next power-ups are spawning in very quick succession, though. The red armor is up, but the Mega Health is what the fight will be over. Now Evil actually hits himself with his own rocket, and Rapha has a great opportunity. Will he be able to capitalize here?
Oh, you'd hope so. You can see the rocket narrowly missing. Evil actually with some very good prediction there. But the problem he has here, wait, we're just going to see an exchange. There's the frag, 6 to 2. And as I was going to say, the problem that Rapha has is that the spawn system on Blood Run really doesn't sort of positively affect your game in the way that you can go and find spawn frags after spawn frags after spawn frags. Usually it's the furthest percentage on the map. id Software made a few changes to this map recently, and it does mean that those are very much more difficult to find.
Indeed. Now Rapha, again, the pressure is really on. Both the red armor and the Mega Health are up. Red armor has not been picked up yet. It looks like Rapha will be able to collect both, but Evil is okay with that right now. There's only 2 minutes left on the map. He is up 4 frags, and even though Rapha has cleaned up the red armor, the Mega Health, a yellow armor, he even has time to get the next yellow armor before it spawns. But Evil is, again, just playing as defensively as possible, just trying to stay out of Rapha's point of view, and that was kind of the obvious play, Rapha going for the yellow armor there. I'm almost a little surprised that he didn't look for Evil elsewhere on the map.
I mean, the problem he has, Evil is just going to have such an easy time falling going away here. I mean, spawn delay, players can do that, 5 seconds for everyone. If you imagine the score difference is 4 right now, that's 20 seconds eliminated from that clock. Rapha is very quickly running out of time, and it's almost going to be about reverse psychology now. Can he find him out? But look at, Evil just knows everything right now. This man has played this map so much, as has Rapha. One of the oldest maps in the game. These players know how to play it, especially can Rapha get away with this fight? The double kill comes in. Who's going to get the better spawn? Evil's going to get the upper yellow armor. Red armor is up on the map, but Rapha only has that LG. It will be enough to push him away. He has the rocket launcher as well, because he could potentially dive into him. But at this point in time, it very much looks like Evil's going to take away first map.
Evil is railable at this point. A single rail would kill him. Now actually has enough health and armor, but nonetheless, I think it's out of the realm of possibility unless Rapha can work a miracle. Evil escapes, and those rails are not exactly connecting for Rapha in this game. Evil is going to pad the scoreline just a little bit more, and GG is called. We will be moving on to the next map in 30 seconds. And let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. 9 mega health picked up for Rapha versus Evil's 6, so a bit of advantage there. 11 red armors picked up versus Evil's 8, so Rapha was able to actually control the map a bit better. They're even on yellow armors, but if you look, the damage dealt is where the story is told. 3,500 damage dealt for Evil, and just 2,500 for Rapha.
I mean, look at the railguns, 57% against 33%. That's also going to say something to Evil's game, but that's first map, 9-3. We'll be back very shortly for map number 2.
And again, folks, thank you everyone for joining us here at Dreamhack 2012. You are tuned in to some old school FPS esports action with Quake Live. If you're a Quake Live fan out there, or you just want to support Dreamhack and the scene, go out on Reddit, upvote the posts, go on your Twitter, go on your Facebook, get people in the stream. This is one of the last stands for FPS esports in the world of esports. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, map number 2, Hectic, is on the docket.
Don't go anywhere.
Against Evil on and this is a map that's gonna, in my opinion, it's gonna favor a very aggressive play. But we've seen a little bit of swap and rolls here as Rapha now with the early lead. But again, this is Hectic, and it's an aptly named map. Anything can happen. 3 rockets connect well against Rapha in a row. But there's the nice rocket, and that's a perfect move for Rapha. He's able to get the mega health and move over to the red armor. So very comfortable. That could have gone either way, NPC.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. And there's another one, able to deny the yellow armor. Oh, and this is brilliant. Oh no, that 50 HP needed to go to Rapha. He was moving there. That damage taken from the railgun. Brilliant stuff from Evil, picking that one up. And Rapha's not looking as comfortable as he should have been there, but you were mentioning Hectic is aptly named. And Hectic here, we would usually see 7 frags go in favor of one player, as there's their 5th. And then maybe Evil will find a way back in. He'll pick up 7. Rapha will pick up 7, Evil will pick up 7. It's just back and forth, and right now Rapha is in that driving seat. He's going to be able to trap Evil out here. This will surely be a frag. There we go, 6-0. And there's the yellow armor as a reward. And if we quickly look on the left side of the screen, the timers of the items are all synced up, so Rapha has complete control. He'll probably get another couple of frags in this run before Evil can do anything. And all he can really hope for, Evil, is to hit the railguns at distance. But it's only a matter of time until Evil really has to commit to another all-in. And for that to happen, he needs armor, but these are some brilliant rockets.
Well, he started that engagement well, actually did a lot of damage. Even though Rapha does get the frag, it puts him in a really uncomfortable spot, and there's the rail to follow up. So now Rapha has almost no health or armor. He's got to stay in the wings on this map, which is extremely difficult to do. There's very little health that you can find on this map, just 225s and the 50, I believe, and some 5 health bubbles around. But now Rapha actually has managed to get both 25s and the 50, and he hits a grenade. Evil's got to be feeling a little angry about that one. The grenade pops up over the ledge, and it allows Rapha to get the frag, so even when Rapha was left with almost nothing, he's able to continue his run, and my god, is he running away with it right now.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic performance from Rapha. There's the 10th frag as well. And this is exactly what he needed to do going into game 2. He needed a strong start, he needed to start fast, show Evil that he can play aggressive too, and 10-0 is a brilliant scoreline, but it's still perfectly doable to come back. Evil waiting looking to steal away this red armor. That is so crucial
Wow.
that Rapha got that frag there, and he may even be able to push onto one on the spawn, but he has to also deny this yellow because he keeps Evil with no armor. Evil's going to be trapped, doing nothing for the foreseeable future.
And it's looking extremely grim, even though we're just 3 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. This is almost an insurmountable lead at this point. However, I have seen a 15 frag comeback before. Once it did happen, 0-4 did take it back against DKT quite some time ago. I had the pleasure of casting that match maybe a year or two ago. But now it's really looking bad. Evil actually kills himself and is down -1 to 12 as we move into the 5th minute.
13 to 1.
Here.
What is he hitting right now? Only 36 per railgun, but he really doesn't matter about accuracies when
Oh
you've
my
got
God.
everything on the map. Here we go again. He is definitely hitting the shots that matter. And still those timers are in Rapha's favor. Another railgun. He is not missing with this weapon at the moment, and it is instant shot, instant damage. There is no range to it. Probably the strongest weapon in the game for many maps. And right now he's putting it to full use as he will be waiting to get this Mega Elf. But I think he's more concerned at the moment with trying to deal damage to Evil because he did manage to get a yellow. So let's switch on to him. Oh my God. As I say that, takes a railgun, negated all that yellow fish sticks.
And both these players do have a history in Quake 3, but from what I understand, Evil did play more Quake 3 earlier on than Rapha, but did not play Quake Live when it first came out. So he's slightly newer to Quake Live, although he has been playing in a lot of online cups and tournaments. So you might expect that on this map that is new to Quake Live, he's a little bit less experienced than Rapha perhaps might be. Especially on this stage in the Grand Finals, which is, you can never understate the importance. This is the most high-pressure situation a pro gamer can possibly be in, and Rapha has been here, I don't know, a dozen times, perhaps more.
Yeah, I mean, look at the game at the moment. All that Rapha really needs to do is just keep Evil low. Theoretically, Rapha doesn't need to find another frag. Providing that Evil can't get in, he's not going to be able to pick up any items whatsoever. Rapha's going to continue to extend his lead like he is at 15 now, maybe even 16. Look at the stack he's got. And Evil may even start thinking about map 3.
Yep. This is absolute slaughter, folks. Complete and utter slaughter. Something you rarely see in the game of Quake. A scoreline this deficit, this absurd. And he's continuing to pad onto that lead, getting the mega health to boot. Plenty of time to make it up there for red armor as well. And you know, Evil is making some great shots. He's starting these engagements well, but it still doesn't matter.
No, definitely not. As again, look, I mean, Rapha's doing. Oh, actually, Evil's done a massive amount of damage, down to 42 HP. With 3 minutes and 45 seconds left remaining, 18 frags. I'm not entirely sure that's going to be able to come back from. But next map is Furious Heights. There's a railgun, there's an LG, there's every single weapon that's on this map. Maybe if Evil's just trying to build some momentum, build some confidence, get 5, 6, 7 frags back toward the end of this game, practice with the weapons he needs to, he can come back strong in Furious Heights when it's all tied up 1-1. And maybe coming strong for the next one. But we'll follow this one to the end as we will switch on to Evil and see what exactly he's looking to do. Currently 31 to 70. He's patrolling that 50 HP area, just where Rapha's dropped down. Rapha knows he needs it as well, so really Evil just being bossed around the entire map right now. And you can see Rapha's just waiting for that opportunity. Just needs to, there we go, the frag comes in, but just needs to delay.
In this scenario, you know, we have seen Quake players just GG out of the game. You know, sometimes it's just disheartening. You want to move on to the next map. But again, as you said, NVC, if Evil can pull something together and at least get a little bit of a confidence booster, I think it will help his chances in the next map.
Yeah, I wish it was me. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Being in
It's
the
not
Dreamhack
TDM,
Winter.
man.
If it was TDM, maybe next Dreamhack. But there's another one, 20 to -1. But I was speaking to Rapha early in the tournament, and he was telling me...
Oh my God. A rocket, mid-air rocket to boot in the center of Hectic here.
Yeah, absolutely insane play from Rapha. But Rapha was telling me that he likes to just continue playing toward the end of the map, even though he's dominating like he is now. He never wants to give up that pressure. He wants to be in a routine so that when he comes to map 3, he's not been messing around. He knows what to do. His head's focus is entirely into the game. And that's exactly why we're still seeing Rapha find frag after frag, and another rocket straight down below is going to pick up number 22 and a rail off the
Getting railed in the ass.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. And I believe it was the Americans as well that first sort of conquered Hectic.
Yeah, that's true. We saw guys like DeHang put a lot of time into this map early on when it was first released into the first pro circuit. Again, it is relatively new. At first, new maps, no one really knew which ones were going to get picked up by the tournaments, which ones weren't. And in this tournament, we have another new map. We're not going to get to see it tonight, Toxicity also relatively new. So yeah, we're moving on to Furious Heights next. We will surely be moving on with Rapha the Victor, and that's a map that is also new to Quake Live, but it's been around for a few years.
Yeah, definitely, but Quake Live still a fantastic game. It's free to play as well. That's something that perhaps not everybody knows. There's a premium service that you can buy to get more involved, as there comes Evil's final frag.
The first frag back to a goose egg.
Welcome
Let's
back
see if
to
he
the
can get
scoreboard.
a point on the board here in the final minute of Hectic. And looking for the mid-air rocket, Rapha's going to scoot by unharmed, picking up the red armor to boot.
I mean, we have got a Dreamhack Quake Live movie coming. You saw the preview before the finals. Maybe Evil's like, I want some frag movie shots. Why not? Let's go for it. Let's make my confidence even
Doesn't
more
matter what the scoreline is, as long as it's a sweet mid-air.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with Quake, isn't it? There's those moments, those frag movies. But, you know, speaking to Evil, I think he's one of the most confident players at this event. The ego on him is just absolutely huge. And I don't mean that in a negative way. The guy is just so confident about his own play, and he definitely believes he can take Rapha. I don't think he's going to be too phased by this one. He knows it's Rapha's map choice. Furious Heights will be his. He was taking ZTN fairly comfortably, let's be honest. And going into Furious Heights in 20 seconds or so, I think he's going to be back into the game.
And I can't overstate it enough. This game is free to play, guys. So if you're tuning into the stream ready to watch some Dota or some Counter-Strike or StarCraft later on this evening, I definitely recommend you go check out QuakeLive.com. Go check out the game. It's awesome. And we will be going to the next map very soon. So folks, we just saw Hectic taken rather quickly and rather decidedly by Rapha, the American hero. This guy is a perennial champion in Quake Live, so no surprises there. But we're going to be moving on to Furious Heights next, map number 3. But first, a quick commercial break. Back everyone to Dreamhack Winter 2012. We are here for the Quake Live Grand Finals, Rapha versus Evil, the American taking on the Russian. What do you expect to see here on Furious Heights?
Well, it is obviously Evil's map choice, so you would expect Evil to go ahead with it if this game's going to continue as it has so far, both players taking their own maps. But Furious Heights is actually a strange one. The spawn system works very much in the item's favor, and that is because you've got Mega Health on one side of the map, Red Armor on the other side of the map, and if you kill the player, you want to make sure you're positioned at the item you want, forcing the player to spawn at the other item. When that happens, that player is then going to dive in toward the other item, corner him off, deal the damage, pick up that item, fall back, pick up his item. It's all very confusing, guys, but for these guys in the game, that's their goal, to make sure they can deny the major items off the spawn. So we're going to let the players know we're ready to go, and hopefully we can kick things off soon, as we do have both players ready to go.
And the countdown has started. We're jumping in a game in 5 seconds here, folks. Rapha versus Evil in Game 3. Currently tied 1-1 in this best of 5. Let's take a look at Rapha as he does spawn. He goes straight for the Mega Health, then the Yellow Armor. Looks like he'll be getting the Rocket Launcher as well. Again, that's a very standard way to start the map. There isn't really much other, anything else he could have done in that scenario, but there will be the first engagement of the map as Evil is sort of caught out in the the railgun room, and Rapha going to try to rain down rockets from above, but he only has one more rocket left. He does jump over to get the rocket launcher ammo, excuse me.
Yeah, definitely, as we do switch on to Rapha, but at the beginning of the map there, Rapha could have sort of decided to delay the Mega Health and try and offset the time from Evil, who will know approximately when he's up, but at the end of the day, if he does delay it, or if he doesn't delay it, Evil's still not going to see it, so Evil has absolutely no idea, really, and Rapha's now been able to get in on the Mega Health. The Red Armor is spawning. It looks like he's just going to try and spam out some grenades toward there and try and hurt Evil, but Evil managing to pick that one up. Now going to move in toward the Mega room, maybe to try and deal any damage he can, because, I mean, both players looking at them, they're evenly stacked. It's just Evil without the Mega Health, and one direct rocket probably would put Rapha down to a health that he would feel comfortable in taking a fight for.
Yes, indeed. Actually, they're both going to contend for this Mega Health. Evil with the better positioning, even though Rapha does have more health and armor. He's getting splash damage taken by those rockets coming down from the bridge, and Evil is just waiting to make that jump. Instead, Rapha goes with the teleporter just as Evil makes the jump and able to take away that Mega Health. And now on the aggressive, Rapha backs up into the red armor, which spawns just as he passes over it, but Evil unable to get the frag, or get the red armor.
Yeah, definitely. As we're watching Evil's perspective at the moment as he picks up that, well, he's waiting by the 50 HP. You can use that as a mini mega health. It won't bring you above 100 HP, but if you drop below, you can utilize that and bring yourself back to that comfortable position. Red armor spawning is going to make his way in toward that room. You can see rapha there going to go down. Evil finding his second kill, and there's the Mega's prize.
Total change in pace once again as Evil starts to mount off with 2 relatively quick frags. Not insane pace, but pretty normal here at 4 Furious Heights. As we see now, Evil does have control of the map. He knows that Red Armor is spawning, and a really brilliant defensive rocket there by rapha. I don't even know how he knew Evil was going to come from that position at that time, but nonetheless, in comes the Mega Health in 10 seconds. But rapha, there's no way he can contend for this. He's just going to have to dip into the back corners, get the yellow armor, and find another time to strike.
Yeah, I mean, Evil 200-200 for rapha now, 100-100. He can play the corridors, play the corners, deal damage on exit, whether it be a railgun, a rocket as Evil come charges through, or some LG burst as he maybe goes to pick up an item. That's what rapha's looking to do, and this 50 HP behind him is going to be instrumental if he does feel comfortable to then push on toward a frag, as he does manage to connect with that railgun despite the red armor going to Evil. And so far, rapha doing everything he needs to keep himself comfortable, and Evil has got to be the one worried, because it seems to be rapha the one that's dealing damage with nothing coming out in return from Evil.
Well, Evil still does have the health and armor advantage, and actually lands 2 rails in a row, so now rapha's really in a bad state. He's able to steal away the red armor, which is a small victory, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive this. Nice rockets, but I don't think it's enough. He's missing with the rest, and there's the frag for Evil, making the scoreline 3-0.
Yeah, brilliant stuff indeed. That LG stuck to him like sellotape, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. If I look at the stats, you can see 32% and 66% on that railgun. I want to quickly switch over to rapha, who's currently in 30% and 50%. So both players hitting what they need to do, but that Evil just getting the better opportunities at the moment. And there's the kill with the lightning gun. And Evil looking very strong. Here's the Mega. Plenty of time to get over toward the red armor. He also might be able to push back and pick up the yellow if he needs to, but right now he's going to feel comfortable, and all he really has on his mind is red.
Here comes the red. In just a few seconds here, rapha with some nice defensive plasma, but pushed away once again. He's going to opt for the yellow armor while Evil does pick up the red armor. So now Evil, again, still in control of the map. rapha hasn't found a way to get back in here on Furious Heights.
No, as we will see another exchange here, the direct rockets are very strong from both players. rapha's going to back away. I have a feeling rapha's extremely low. You have 40 points of health to 0. And there's the frag as well, just before the yellow armor. Evil will know that's up as well. He left it for him. Mega he wants first, though. In Quake Live, you have to make an active decision, especially on Furious Heights when both items are up. Which one are you going to take? Evil now pushing in aggressive with the LG. I think he reached the end of his mouse pass. And yeah, nice rockets indeed. And that's going to actually save rapha, getting away, evening the stack.
And there you go. Both players having a very even stack now. No items are spawning at the moment. Red coming in just 5 seconds. Who's going to make a play for it? It looks like neither player, while Evil in a position to get it, and he will indeed collect. He can make it over to the Mega Health in time to challenge for it. So rapha knows that, and he's going to dip out and not opt to go for the Mega Health. Looks like he might be the one who's trying to do some damage on the pickup of the Mega Health. And now Evil comfortably going to get that yellow armor, but a nice rail, doing everything rapha can to equalize the stacks here as we move on into the second half of the map.
And look at this, rapha going to steal away the red armor as well. And this is the beautiful thing of playing the upper tiers of Furious Heights, is that you have access to rail at pretty much every angle on every power-up, and it also means you can drop to get a time on red armor. You can see the jump across to mega health. rapha has eyes on everything on the map, and whilst you are trying to bring yourself back up in terms of health and armor, getting those times is critical. And right now you can see he's almost in a position now where he feels comfortable to find the flag. It's all about these rockets for Evil. If he hits one, maybe it could force rapha to fall away, but rapha really adamant to try and find this flag. He knows mega health's up, so if he takes damage, he can jump across. The LG from Evil just waiting to connect with rapha, and this is smart from rapha. He baits away, trying to maybe convince the Evil he's gone back to red armor, and in comes rapha again with that 50 HP. Waiting for this mega. But in some ways, I really think that rapha needs the red armor.
He just denied that mega health for a second there, able to, and that's going to allow him to get that red armor uncontested. Going to move over to the yellow as well. Nice move by there by Evil, intuiting what rapha was about to do. Does make his way to the yellow armor and the 6th frag. will be awarded to our Russian player.
Russian rockets, that's all I have to say. Cypher, Evil, Pavel, whoever, those rockets from the Russian players are absolutely insane. We've seen some incredible air shots this tournament, and Evil just now waiting for the red armor. He has a lot of time to get toward Mega Health. Remember, we saw rapha rail onto Evil at the last pickup, so rapha will have the time as well. He'll also have a yellow armor. The question is, what item set does he have? Does he feel comfortable to defend? I'm going to switch on. He has got the OG. The rocket jump comes out. That is extremely ballsy, narrowly getting away. You can see 79 points of health there. One railgun would have shut him down, but thankfully the 25 HP bubble was up.
Rapha not connecting with anything there, and now the red armor is coming in just 2 seconds. Rapha's got to back out of this fight, and he does indeed. Picks up the 25 and the yellow armor to boot. The next yellow will probably go to Evil here. No, Evil actually opting to sort of try to control the map, control spacing, and it's Rapha who ends up sneaking by, getting that yellow armor. He's still not in a great spot, though. I wonder if that 50 health bubble is going to spawn anytime soon. I'm not totally sure. There's no timer for it, and here comes the Mega Health. This is the moment for Rapha. He has to start turning the tide right now, down 6 frags with just 2 minutes remaining, and unable to do everything he needs there, and it's actually Evil who's going to get the 50 health bubble and the red armor. Rapha will only collect the Mega Health, and the yellow armor is under contention, and now both players heard each other. They know what's going on, and it's up to Rapha to make these shots connect right here, right now.
Yeah, not going to happen, as Evil will find that frag with the lightning gun. And, I mean, the good thing for Rapha here is there's not a lot of time until the items are up. If Rapha got LG spawn there or a rocket launcher, he could potentially dive in and deal some damage. But I think Rapha, has he mistimed the Mega Health, or is he just trying to maybe put off or throw off Evil? But,
nice rockets. Sorry to cut you off there, NVC, as this is really the first... That was one of the first big opportunities for Rapha, but nice rockets by Evil. That's demoralizing as the time ticks down here on Furious Heights. Boom goes the shotgun, and down goes Rapha.
Yeah, before this event, I was saying shotgun's such an underutilized weapon, and the players have come out with it in full force. We've seen so many plays change because of that weapon, and we've only got a minute left remaining. This map is certainly now over for Rapha, but if he can finish off with a frag, it's going to help things along. But this is definitely putting Evil 2 maps ahead of Rapha here in the grand final, 1 map away from taking 30,000 krona.
And again, guys, Rapha, he is a world champion. He has taken titles in Intel Extreme Masters. He's taken Dreamhack. He's taken pretty much every major Quake tournament there is to have been taken since, 2008 or so. And now Evil showing this guy, this is his first time on land in a finals in Quake Live. So very impressive stuff from the Russian player, showing his merit and showing the value of the very characteristic Russian-style aggressive play.
Yeah, really, really awesome stuff to watch here from Evil. He's going to be so happy going into his potential final map. And it's going to be, of course, Rapha's map, Lost World, but I'm certainly sure it's going to be an exciting one. I've watched Cooler play Lost World so many times, and it's again been the Russians to practically control everything on the map. That said, final score going to be 11-0.
And look at that. So we saw the first map go to Rapha, the second map, the first map going to Evil, second map going to Rapha, third map decisively going to Evil. So now the scoreline is currently 2-1, and as Evil is on the verge of taking out a perennial champion in Rapha, we're going to go to a quick commercial, and when we come back, Lost Worlds is the map.
Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited to be here with my good buddy NVC, casting the grand finals of Dreamhack 2012, Rapha versus Evil. We are here on Lost World, a map that I'd say is probably going to favor the American player.
Oh, you would assume so. I mean, Rapha has had some phenomenal games on here, but at the same time, Evil, a Russian, able to play out of control on maps like ZTN, Blood Run so very well.
And here we go, guys. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
We're not going just yet. Well, we had one player ready up at least, but the thing with Lost World is it's very defensive. So what you will see happening is one player that is out of control, just playing this yellow armor that you can see Evil pick up, but I'll get to that in a minute. We are going live here, Fish Sticks.
Here we go. Fourth map on the docket. Again, if Evil wins this, he's going to be your Dreamhack 2012 champion. Rapha, though, I'm sure he has something to say. He does get the red armor spawn, gets the red armor, but in this position, it's not a very good spawn for items, so he doesn't have a rocket launcher while Evil does. The plasma gun is the hardest weapon to use in the game of Quake, but Rapha doing a bit of damage, NBC.
I can't believe Rapha's got so much. That was such an unlucky exchange. Rapha's going to be feeling so confident. There's the frag as well. One on the board. Actually, not one on the board, -1. But a return frag off the spawn. Rapha not quite able to get onto that 50 HP. Evil just going to hold his ground here with the machine gun. 5 points of damage that weapon will deal. So if off the spawn you've got no armor, that health stripped away very quickly, even with the most basic of weapons.
And here we see Evil does have the high ground and the rocket launcher. Still no weapons for Rapha. He's finally making his way to that rocket launcher, but Evil now in that time is able to get quite a nice stack, but Rapha, 1, 2, 3 rockets connect very deeply, and that hurts as Evil's stack sort of evaporates.
And look at this at the moment. Check the right-hand side of the screen, guys. 0 rockets for Evil. There is ammo on the upper tiers of the map, but I have a feeling Rapha's going to be aware of how much ammunition, especially being a world champion, that Evil has. So Rapha's going to be very careful to where Evil moves to next. He's going to control the rocket. He's going to control the ammo of that weapon. And not only that, but he's going to get this next mega health potentially. But this is good LG from Evil. A direct rocket from Rapha. Evil would do well to back away here. And he's still not able to find rocket ammo. Oh, big fail. Can't believe he missed that jump. That's going to not help him at all. The LG comes out. Brilliant, brilliant trap by Evil, but there's the direct
the first
rocket.
frag. Actually, the first real frag getting on the board here. Rapha still has the weapons he needs. Only 1 rocket to his name, though. Will he be able to find some ammo on the map? He's happy to have that lightning gun. But again, folks, remember, there's no railgun on this map, which is the instant long-range, essentially sniper rifle of Quake, which means it's a map that's very oriented about these close proximity fights that you see. This yellow armor, for instance, that Rapha just picked up, a common place where you see deaths. All the corridors, common places to see deaths. And also, interesting to point out, is the red armor is sort of also a death trap. So all the items are sort of in places where you can be caught out with your pants down.
Yeah, I mean, Rapha doesn't even need to be worried about the red armor being up. Wow, that's actually a brilliant little trap there from Evil. He might even gift himself the red armor. Yeah, I can't believe actually Evil's managed to get away with this one. That's brilliant stuff from the Russian here, and this is exactly what the plays he needs to make if he is going to take this tournament away with him. His first official victory is a bit of a trap by this mega health. Evil should perhaps still fight this one. In comes the rocket. He has the mega health now as well to top him up, and now Evil has potential to take all the yellow armors on the map.
Oh, he gets lightning guns!
Unbelievable. So lucky. How's he got away with this one? 3 HP. I don't know. You seem to, every time you cast this game, Fish Sticks, you come in for moments like this. Absolutely brilliant stuff here. Evil, I don't know whether it's luck or just...
Well, it was kind of unlucky to get hit with that lightning gun and get knocked into the lava. He does able to survive with the skin of his teeth, but now it's Rapha who has control of the map. He knows when the items are spawning. A mega health spawning in just a few seconds here, and I don't believe Evil's going to be able to challenge for it. Evil actually a little bit early for the red armor. He will... No, actually, Rapha does not collect the mega health. He goes aggressive and is trying to get the frag right here, right now.
So close by Evil, but the frag comes in. Wow. Yeah, the applause from the crowd there. They like that one as Rapha just in position for this yellow armor, going to push Evil away. And now Rapha has potential to take everything on the map. He can even aggress here on toward Evil if he wants to. But here on Lost World, a 2-frag scoreline is something we've definitely seen many times before, both online at major events like this.
Yeah, we've seen so many overtimes on this map. It can be sort of ridiculous from time to time. And now Rapha knows Evil has to come down through the teleporter. He's just going to wait in this position.
Oh, such brilliant play from Rapha. He knew that he could back away if he needed to, but that is some fantastic LG. Again, I'm putting out all these words, but that is exactly what these players are right now. Just really, it seems like both players making no mistakes. It's just the other player really just on form.
Indeed, and Rapha will collect the red armor. I'd say, I'm not sure exactly what Evil was doing at that point in time, but a little bit of a mental mistake there, allowing Rapha to get it even though he had the superior stack. And now, both players left with very little health and armor. Evil's in a very dangerous spot, though, with no armor at all.
Yeah, I mean, let's look back to Evil vs. Cypher for just a second and how defensive Cypher had to play. Maybe Rapha's mindset at the moment, he is playing very aggressive, even with limited health and armor, is that if I let that happen in this game, it could fall away from me and I could lose my second DreamHack title.
Ooh, that was an aggressive, interesting move there by Rapha. Instead of going straight to the Mega Health, he decided to wait and try to do damage as Evil came through the teleporter, but it ended up benefiting, I'd say, Evil in a little bit there, as he is able to collect that red armor and move towards the Mega Health ultimately. Now Rapha is playing a little sneaky, but it's Evil who gets the better of that exchange. Now Rapha's got to run.
Yeah, Rooney indeed, but he is, again, look, has all the weapons that he needs to play defensive, but not if Evil come charging through. 9 HP, there's the frag, 2-1, reducing this deficit to 1. And it's certainly possible. Look at that LG, there's the
That
frag
LG
again.
is just ridiculous, as Evil is using his aim, nothing on land, and doing really well right there. Evening the scoreline. Rapha certainly not out of it, though.
No, definitely not. But even with this red armor, it's going to go 200 to 100. Rapha might be sweating a little bit because he only has 1 yellow armor to work with, and Evil has the health and armor to regress onto him. He knows that Rapha does not have that rocket launcher. So if Rapha does play on the defensive, he's going to have to absolutely everything. And whilst Plasma Gun, for example, is the strongest weapon in the game, I'll get back to that in a minute. The exchange comes in. Evil will take the frag. And what I was saying is, whilst the Plasma is the strongest weapon in the game, it's also one of the most difficult to hit consistently.
And Evil actually has time to do damage here. He got the red armor, and there was enough time in between the spawns that he is able to control the Mega Health as well. Going to delay it for some time here, trying to throw Rapha off most likely. He does finally pick it up, and here we go. The yellow armor will spawn, the red armor will also spawn. Will Rapha actually try to make a play for either, though? What can he do? He has no rocket launcher. The rocket launcher is the most crucial weapon on the map of Lost World, I would say, and yeah, Rapha in a very contentious position. He still doesn't have a rocket launcher. He wants it. You can see it out on the bridge here, and he will try to make a play for it, but still unable to collect a rocket launcher.
Yeah, I mean, he could have taken the risk and just jumped across, but then perhaps he could have been pushed into the lava like we saw Evil earlier. And now it looks like he's being forced into this LG fight. Evil drops down. That LG is easy to hit for Rapha, but Evil just has so much health and armor, and Rapha's got to be careful. 3 minutes left here on Lost World, and he's now 2 frags up here in the grand final.
And still, Rapha not able to pick up more than 1 yellow armor, and he has a huge deficit, able to collect that yellow armor, which is a small victory, but still with the stack disadvantage here, and he's got to make this count. He's got to make the rockets count very soon here. He has no LG ammo left either, and Evil has complete control right now. He's not even going to opt to go for that red armor. He has a tell on where Rapha's at, and where Rapha's at right now. Oh, actually, how did Rapha get out of that situation? I thought Evil had it for sure, but no. Nice mid-air rocket by Evil, but Rapha still able to collect the frag because he stole away that red armor, and we have a game, ladies and gentlemen, as we move into the last 2 minutes here on Lost World. We have Rapha equaling the scoreline.
My hairs are on end at the moment as Rapha going to be able to drop down to this red armor, and I don't think Evil's going to have a chance to pick up anything on the map at this point. What's critical for Evil is that if he does get into a fight, he can back away onto a HP. Rapha's missing jumps he should not miss. The pressure is definitely on. He knows this as well. He needs to keep that health and armor stacked because we've seen Evil push into situations he shouldn't do.
It's all about the mega health.
Yeah, this mega health, Evil might even go for it. Rapha drops down, the LG comes out. Rapha's going to back away. He doesn't want to take this fight. He perhaps knows that Evil's LG is on form in this map, and this is such a tense situation at the moment for the American and the Russian.
Oh, Rapha not able to connect with that rocket, so now it's Evil who does have the stack advantage. Rapha able to collect the yellow armor, though, so still in a pretty decent position. Again, that lightning gun doesn't quite reach all the way across this middle part of the map, so Rapha knows that very well, going to stay just out of range. But both players have the same stack right now. Red armor and mega health will spawn at the same time effectively. It's the yellow armor they'll be fighting over, and look at that LG. Absolutely insane as Evil is going to collect that red armor, and that is absolutely crucial going to the last minute.
I want to point something out here. Rapha left that 50 HP up, didn't take it, took the 25 instead. He's going to be aware that that's up on the map, and if he needs it, he can back away onto it. A bit of an LG fire here. Evil's going to be pushed away. 0 LG left on that ammunition score, and there's the frag as well with the rocket. 6-4, 45 seconds remaining in this matchup. We could see a new DreamHack champion.
Yes, indeed, unless something happens very soon here. Rapha does collect the red armor. Let's switch over to his point of view as he has to make something happen here. He can. It has to happen now, though. It's still certainly in the realm of possibility, but he's got to meet Evil somewhere on this map right here, right now. Otherwise, we are going to see a new DreamHack champion. The time is ticking down, folks. Just 20 seconds left on the map. This is Rapha's last opportunity. He has to get the frag, and will he get it? No.
There's the potential final frag. Good game score. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your new DreamHack champion, the Russian player Evil.
Yeah, you can hear the applaud. Definitely a fan favorite. But I mean, what a game we had, really. We had both players winning their own maps until Lost World, where Evil was finally able to upset the balance on Rapha. And I was very surprised Rapha wasn't in the end able to take it. He really did play against Evil's game. He didn't get himself into that situation where he's having to play defensive for the entire game. He made the plays he had to make. And unfortunately, Evil just able to really pull out that LG accuracy when it needed it most. And I don't want to really focus on the LG too much, but there were so many critical situations. And despite Evil getting pushed into that lava, somehow got out unscathed and was able to turn things around and win the map. I mean, I don't think Rapha's disappointed. He said, well played. I think really Evil just played the better game today, and I think Rapha's got a new contender on his hands alongside Cypher.
Indeed. Rapha unable to take 2 DreamHacks in a row. We have a brand new champion in 4 maps, so I don't think that's a scoreline many people would have expected at all. Evil, though, showing that a lot of consistent play and a lot of the online tournaments over the last year or two really paid off here in the LAN finals.
Yeah, and one thing I've been really impressed with, especially in every map, has been the item timings. They've been timed to the millisecond every single time. And we've not seen, I mean, I don't think I recall any time where a player mistimed one of those power-ups.
Yep, and of course at this level, it's hard to, everyone's gonna, at the top of their game, they have so much experience in the game of Quake Live, and they're gonna not miss those power-ups at all. And we're gonna go over to Rachel on the stage and crown our champion.
Brilliant stuff. Really.
Thank you so much, Fishsticks, NVC. You guys did a great job casting, and these guys showed us some amazing Quake. I have to ask you, Rapha, you've been in the scene for a while. Is it exciting for you to see a new challenger like this to come to the finals?
Well, I think now he's just recently starting to get an opportunity to prove himself. I mean, everybody's known he's been very well played online lately, and it's good to see that he's had a chance. And you know, I'm happy for him. He's got a chance to prove himself, and all the hard work paid off for him. And yeah, big congrats to him.
Congrats to both of you. You guys both did incredible. Can we get a round of applause for these players? Rapha, is there anyone you want to thank? Anyone you want to say hello to?
Well, I mean, obviously Kingston HyperX, you know, for sponsoring SK, and then sponsoring this tournament. Without them, pretty much, and the other sponsors, we wouldn't have this tournament to play in. And even though Quake's not around as much anymore, it's always nice to play every once in a while. And yeah, I really enjoyed myself here, and I had a great time.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Kingston HyperX. Thanks you, Plantronics Gamescom. And thank you, Twitch, for sponsoring this tournament and letting these guys play. We are going to award you your second place check for 20,000 Swedish kroner. Congratulations to you, sir. Evil, I noticed both of you play with your keyboard on your lap. Why?
Почему ты играешь на коленях с клавиатурой?
Такая привычка, еще давно так играл.
Evil says he used to play like this. He plays like this from when he was young.
And you too?
Yeah, it's a little hard to explain, but yeah, I play that one too.
Very cool. Does playing on stage make you play better?
Игра на сцене заставляет тебя волноваться или Проявляются ли другие какие-то качества у тебя?
Ну, где-то первые 5 минут я там волновался немного, а потом уже, ну, привык и все, и не перестал волноваться, начал играть, как обычно.
He was nervous first 5 minutes, and after that he just used to play like this on the scene, so it's okay for him.
So you just block all of these people out and you just play your game. Well, that's very admirable, sir. You played an incredible game. You are our new Dreamhack champion. What are you going to tell your parents when you go home?
Поздравляю тебя с чемпионством, и что ты скажешь своим родителям в первую очередь?
Да ничего не скажу, занял первое место и все. Поехал, выиграл.
He says, I went to win this tournament, so I just won it.
He said he was gonna, and he did. Well, congratulations to you, sir. Please accept this award from Kingston Hyperest, from Plantronics Gamecom, from Twitch TV. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you, sir. You are our Dreamhack Winter 2012 Quake champion. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to show you the schedule real quick. We have lots more final games coming up on this stage today. Up next, it's Counter-Strike Go, followed by Heroes of Newerth, Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and Dota 2.